Hi, I'm Lucy from Sew Essential, and today I'm bringing you a brand new exciting brand of sewing patterns to Sew Essential, plus lots of fabrics you could sew them up in. Let's get started. So the exciting new brand to Sew Essential, many of you may have heard of it, is Fibre Mood. It is a Belgian company. They do beautiful contemporary fashion forward designs. They're very size inclusive. They run up to a 57 bust, a 52.5 waist and a 57 hip, and they are just great sort of contemporary designs. Like I say, a lot of them look sort of relatively simple to sew, but with lovely quirky interesting little details. They bring out a new range every 2 months, so there's always lots of interesting things to look at and to sew, and personally I cannot wait to get these in my handmade wardrobe. So I just need to talk you through the options with these patterns because they are PDF, so they are digital sewing patterns. We're still doing all of our paper patterns, that's continuing as normal, but we've added the facility to do PDF patterns to the site as well, and this is one of the first brands that we're working with to do this, but we've got lots of others that we're already working with that you'll see added to the website in the coming months. Now, some of you may know what PDF patterns are, some of you may not, so I'm just going to give you a little bit of an overview here before we get started. But originally, PDF patterns, people often think of having to print them off at home and stick them together with lots of sheets of paper, but we've got actually two options for you at Sew Essential, one of which means you don't have to do that. So when you buy a PDF pattern from us, and this includes the Fibre Mood patterns, and then we'll also be adding lots of other brands going forward and still continuing our paper pattern range as well. So don't worry, if you like what we've already got, we're still doing all of that. That's not going, we're just adding to our offering. But with the PDF patterns, you will have the option, yes, if you would like it as a digital file, you want it instantly, you want it now, you want to just print it off at home and get on with it, yes, we can do that for you. You can purchase through our website the PDF pattern. We will email the digital files and the instructions across to you. That pattern will have the seam allowances included. You can just print that off at home on A4 paper. You could take it to a copy shop and get them to print it for you. With the Fibre Mood patterns, there's also a projector file included as well, but you will get the pattern as a digital file that you can get printed off at home, and you will also receive the instructions that you can use at home, and you can print those off if you want to, and you will also receive, it will also include the seam allowances. So that is option one. You can just buy the digital pattern and go from there. Option two, if you don't want to be printing off at home and you don't want to organise that, but you do prefer a paper pattern, we will offer the facility here to print it on AO paper for you, which is really big sheets of pattern paper. And we will do that. There is a fee for that, but you simply select that option on the website and that will all be included in your order. It will show you what you're paying to have it printed by us. The paper we will be using is beautiful 60 grams per square metre paper, really high quality. I would say it's in between that sort of flimsy traditional tissue paper and then stiffer sort of printer paper. It's a nice weight, it's in between those two, and really the perfect weight for sewing patterns in my opinion, because that tissue paper can be a bit too flimsy, but equally I'm not massively keen on the sort of really thick traditional paper. I'm just going to show you, because I've printed off my first Fibre Mood pattern that I'm going to be making, so I'm just going to show you the size of that print off. So I'm going to be making the Judith jacket, which is from the archives. It's not in the latest edition, which I'm showing you today, but you can see there that it's huge AO size paper, and we will print that for you. As I say, you can select that option when you choose your pattern, and we will print that for you, and we will send that to you in a durable cardboard envelope so that you've got something to store your pattern in. And we will also email you the digital file and we will email you the instructions as well. And on that version, the seam allowances are also included. And then with Fibre Mood patterns, you've actually got a third option to get your hands on their gorgeous designs, and that is the Fibre Mood magazine, which we are also stocking. So this is the most recent edition, which actually came out earlier in the summer, but due to holidays and various different reasons, we weren't able to launch it at the time it came out, but we have added this to the website now. They bring a new one of these out every 2 months, and going forward we will be stocking it and we will get it up on the website and release it you know, on the release date. But this is a beautiful option as well that you've got with Fibre Mood patterns. At the front of the magazine, there is a gorgeous fashion magazine that shows you all the different designs included in that edition, and beautiful fashion photography, styling tips and ideas. There's even pictures from the online sewing community and what people have been making there. So lots and lots of inspiration to get you really excited. I did a little like when I opened it and started looking through it. I was really excited. Then you get all of the sewing patterns from that edition included in the magazine. So it's one flat fee and you get all of the patterns from that edition included. So it's really good value for money, but you do have to do a little bit of work as a result of that. So the patterns are printed on A1 paper, so smaller than the sheets that we will be printing on. And I'll just show you one of those now just for reference. So you can see that there. So the pattern will be on A1 paper, and the other thing is that the patterns do overlap each other. So you'll notice that there's lots of different coloured lines on there, and the different designs are actually overlapping each other, and the patterns are printed on both sides of the paper as well. So you do have to trace these patterns. If you go for the magazine option, you are going to have to trace the patterns. And the other thing with the magazine is you do have to add the seam allowances as well. So with the digital file option or the printed paper option that you can order on our website, seam allowances are included, and you know, you don't need to trace them unless you want to. With the magazine, you will have to trace them, and the seam allowances aren't included, so you have to add them. So it's just important to mention that. But it is excellent value for money. It's really reasonable because you get all of the designs included with the magazine. With the magazine, you also get some basic instructions included, and you get information about the size charts and the fabric requirements and things in there, but you don't get the full written instructions, but you can access those free of charge on the Fibre Mood website. When you buy the other versions off our website, when you buy the digital file or the printed paper pattern, we will email the full written instructions to you. So your digital file and your paper printed pattern off us, seam allowances are included. You do not have to add the seam allowances. You will be emailed the digital files and you will be emailed the full written instructions. If you choose to buy the magazine off our website, you have to trace the patterns and the seam allowances are not included, and then you can access the written instructions on the Fibre Mood website. So they're your three different options for Fibre Mood, but for the majority of PDF patterns on our website that we're going to be adding in the coming months, you will just have the first two options. You won't have the magazine. You'll have the option to buy the digital files, or you'll have the option to pay for us to print it for you, and you'll receive the digital files as well included in that fee. But all of the information is on the website. Go on, have a look, do drop us an email or give us a call if you've got any questions. We're here to help you. But it just means that we are going to be able to give you so much more choice, so many different brands. Lots of brands these days are only producing PDF patterns. They're not printing paper patterns. So it just means we can open that world up to you. And then you've still got access to all the paper patterns as well. We'll still be doing all of those, but we'll just be giving you a lot more choice. So lots to get excited about, and let's get into the latest edition and my top picks. So the first design I want to talk to you about is the Murial Dress. I absolutely love this, and I've seen lots of people who've made it on Instagram, and it is gorgeous. And it's exactly the aesthetic and the sort of construction and design that I was talking about earlier in the video, because they've taken a very simple shell top with a sort of straight skirt. So it's a dress, a very simple sort of shift dress really. It's got like a shell top with a crew neck, sleeveless design, no bust darts, nothing like that. And then it's got a waist seam and a straight skirt. They've taken that, but they've added a design detail which has totally elevated it, given it the fit and just given it a really unique feel. And that is a channel that runs from the armhole on one side diagonally across the bodice down to the waist seam, and then that continues down the front of the skirt on one side. You thread a tie through that, which creates ruching, so that then creates a lovely shape on the dress, so that it hugs your body in various areas. And then at the end of that channel, the tie is tied and the skirt just opens up to reveal a slight split at the bottom. So you can see what I mean there about this really contemporary aesthetic and taking something very, very simple and just giving it a lovely alternative twist. So I absolutely love that dress. Would really like to make that one. The fabric I thought would work brilliantly for Murial is this gorgeous cotton fabric with multicoloured floral print on it. I thought that would look beautiful sewn up into Murial, a lovely simple day dress with a twist. And then next up, another dress, the Suvi dress, which I absolutely adored as soon as I saw it. So again, they've taken a very simple, almost t-shirt dress. It's got quite a wide, it's not a slash neckline, but it's quite a wide neckline. It's got short sleeves that are sort of quite flared at the end. And the front and the back pieces are sort of all one. There's no waist seam, it's all one. You know, so very, very simple silhouette, sort of mid-calf, hitting at the mid-calf again. However, the really exciting bit about this pattern is that there's a tie that I assume comes out of the side seam. And somehow that is constructed, you tie it, and then that creates almost like a ruching across the body of the dress and draws it in at the waist. So again, just that lovely, elegant, chic simplicity with a twist that gives it that quirky, interesting design detail, but also creates the fit of the garments as well. It's also got a vent at the back, just a really lovely, elegant dress. I absolutely love that. And that is designed to be sewn in woven fabrics as well. And I thought it would look beautiful sewn up in this gorgeous pink viscose fabric that we've got. I thought that would work really, really well for the Suvi dress. All the details for the patterns and the fabrics are on our website, so just check out the links in the description below and you'll find everything there. The next pattern I wanted to share with you was the Tesni Blouse, another very contemporary, modern looking blouse, something very, very wearable. I know if I created one of these, I would wear it all the time. It's got a collar and a lapel, no collar stand, so nice and relaxed and casual, just folds back. A button down front, a lovely boxy casual shape to the bodice, and a drop sleeve as well. So personally, I get quite a lot of fit issues around like my upper back and armholes. I love a drop sleeve and a contemporary boxy fit because you do not have to worry about any of those things. It's not supposed to fit there. It's supposed to be oversized. So like I was saying earlier, I can just see a lot of these pieces being sort of very quick and easy to whip up. And, you know, just add to your sort of options in your handmade wardrobe, really. Because I find that I end up sometimes making things that take a very, very long time and I haven't got a lot of time to sew. and then I end up having to buy clothes because I just haven't got enough choice in my wardrobe for sort of day to day. I have to top it up, and there's nothing wrong with that, but I think sometimes if I focused a bit more on making simple things, I might be able to make more of them, and then, you know, wear more of my, I'd always rather wear something I've made than something I've bought. So yeah, I think it will tick that box nicely. It's a short, sort of quite loose fitting sleeve as well, and I've got a couple of options for the Tesni for you. First up, this beautiful chambray fabric with the metallic stripe through it, which I absolutely love. I think it's so understated, but that little metallic stripe's really pretty. And then the second option I thought I would give you for that one was just a good old classic white seersucker fabric. So seersucker's just got a little bit of like an embossed textured feel to it. But it's really reasonably priced, and I just think you can't go wrong with the classic white blouse. It just goes with everything. So that was my other option for Tesni. And then the next pattern I chose was Liberty, which is a lovely play suit. It's like got a very sort of utility feel to it. So this one I think has got a collar stand and a collar. And then it's got a patch pocket. It's got a placket, a button placket at the front that finishes at the waist, so button down front. And then it's got lovely wide leg shorts, which I absolutely love. I hate it when shorts are too tight around your thighs. A nice wide leg, much more comfortable, looks great. This Liberty play suit also looks like it's got a drop sleeve, so again, nice, relaxed, easy to fit, haven't got to worry about issues in that area. And then the sleeves are finished with a cuff, but on the model, on the pattern, they've like rolled the cuff up for a more sort of relaxed day look. And I just absolutely love this play suit. I think it's really cool. I think it would be really easy to wear. And the fabric I chose for Liberty was our hugely popular cotton linen mix fabric in this lovely olivey green. I thought that would work really well and be sort of in keeping with the whole vibe of that pattern, that sort of almost like safari feel. The next pattern I wanted to share is the Azure, which is a lovely sort of cami dress and cami top. So it's got a V at the front, it's got spaghetti straps, a couple of bust darts to create a little bit of shape at the bust, and then it's a very sort of voluminous, sort of oversized slip dress. So that would be nice and easy to fit, again nice and comfortable, very contemporary looking. But then the really interesting bit is the back of the top and the dress. So it is a top and a dress. The spaghetti straps at the front come down to the back, and at the back the V's echoed, the V on the front is echoed at the back as well, which I love. I just think a V opening at the back is just really sexy, really nice design feature. And at the top of the V, there's just a couple of little loops, and you feed the spaghetti straps through those loops and then tie them in the centre at the back. So just a really nice, pretty design detail. But again, I think this one would be a really simple, quick, easy sew. And the fabric I chose, I thought the top would look beautiful, or the dress would look beautiful actually, in this Fabric Godmother viscose lawn, which has got the most incredible, beautiful print on it. It is quite a lightweight viscose lawn, this one, so it would probably be more suited to the top because you may need to line it for the dress. I mean, you might not, to be honest, because of the print. But if ever you want a sample of any of our fabrics, you can just drop us an email and we'll send you one. But just look at the glorious colours and design on that, absolutely gorgeous. So you'll find all the fabrics and the patterns and the magazine on our website. The links are in the description below. And then the next pattern I wanted to share with you is the Solaris, which is a lovely waistcoat, or vest as you might call it in America. And that's the other great thing about our PDF offering actually, is that all of our lovely customers abroad, we do ship worldwide, and our shipping is very, very reasonable. But you might be somewhere that we don't ship to, or you might not want to, you know, have items shipped to you if you're abroad for whatever reason. Sometimes import duties in the EU and things like that. you will now be able to shop with us for PDF patterns and download them at home and avoid any of those issues. So that's great. But the Solaris waistcoat or vest is a lovely round neck waistcoat, which I thought was quite nice because a lot of them are usually V-neck. Button down front, it's got a lovely opening, V opening at the front, at the hem. It's got 2 welt pockets and then princess seams at the front and the back, so it's quite sort of fitted. I love that deep V at the front and I love the welt pockets. We've got a tutorial on our channel to sew welt pockets, which you might find helpful. So something that you could do here and just develop some new sewing skills if you haven't done those before. But yeah, I made a waistcoat last year, a butterick one, and I absolutely love it. I love wearing it with jeans or trousers. I've worn it with skirts. You could make yourself a little cord set with wide leg trousers or shorts perhaps. But yeah, lovely contemporary look, and the fabric I thought would be great for that is this beautiful fuchsia pink cotton, which I absolutely love. And then I thought you could make matching shorts or matching trousers with that as well to create a really lovely cord set. We've had some of our customers have been sending in their beautiful makes, and I need to share more of them on Instagram. I will be sharing them, it's just time. But yeah, a lady called Dawn made a beautiful waistcoat and trouser cord set in a lovely vibrant jade green linen cotton mix that we do, and it just looked absolutely great. So I did share that on Instagram if anyone's interested and wants a bit of inspiration. And you could always do the Solaris in one of those other colours as well if the pink isn't your thing. And then finally, the last pattern I wanted to share with you is the Rosemary skirt, which is a mini skirt. It is a very mini, and I'm finding that I prefer a longer hemline now. But having said that, it would be so easy to lengthen, and I do find, particularly in the winter, because I like to wear thick tights to keep me warm. I mean, I love the look of sheer tights, but at the end of the day, they just don't cut the mustard when it comes to the cold UK winters. I need to feel warm. So I do end up usually wearing thick, opaque tights in winter. And I always feel that a shorter hemline works better with those thick opaque tights, so I do like a mini skirt for that reason. And the tights I wear are so thick, they're almost like leggings, do you know what I mean? And yeah, I just really like wearing a mini skirt with tights, and something like the Rosemary skirt is perfect because it's a really simple sew. It's just got waist darts. I presume it's finished with a zip at the back. And it hasn't even got a waistband, so you literally could just whip it up in no time at all. And I was thinking I might make this. I'm going to order some faux leather in for our winter collection, and I was thinking, I might make a nice faux leather one and line it, and then pair that with a nice chunky knit and my thick tights and my boots. And it just gives me some alternatives to wearing jeans or trousers all the time in the winter. But also I thought Rosemary would work brilliantly in this gorgeous cotton fabric that we've got. Had this in earlier in the year, you all loved it, it went really well, so I reordered it because I think the colours are very autumnal as well. So if you're starting to look ahead and think ahead, this could work really well. It's a lovely sort of cotton sateen weight. It's got a lovely smooth finish on the back. It's got give and stretch in it, probably got a bit of elastane in it. All the details are on the website. But also I had a friend who made a beautiful jacket in this as well. Gina made a jacket earlier in the year with it, which I absolutely loved. But yeah, jeans would look great in it, or trousers as well. But yes, that was my choice for Rosemary. So I hope you've enjoyed that today. I hope you're going to get stuck in and give Fibre Mood patterns a go. I know I definitely am. I cannot wait to get started on my jacket. Everything's available on our website. You'll find all the links below. And if you like what you see today, please like and subscribe, and I'll look forward to seeing you all next time.